Hello, everyone. This is our weekly Tongren session. Hope you're all doing well. I look forward to hearing from you. Wishing us all collective health. I agree. Please stop for long health and gratitude, Rachel. We'll get through this, and let's begin. Good to see everyone. Hope you're staying cool if you're in the hot, heated area. And let's tap for stroke affecting right side, fractured right foot, and severe aortic stenosis. So let's do our three-part process, and we will cover everything. Greatly appreciate everybody being here. Blood flow to the brain. And people are asking for the gum remedy. I'm looking everywhere. I have too many tabs open. I was just about to order some, so I will get that for you today, that information. It's for regrowing gums I found recently. So we'll get that. So stroke affecting right side, definitely wheatgrass balm would be a good option, especially in the hands and the back of the neck. Heat makes everyone tired, I think, including me. Brain command points. So for the stroke, sensory cortex, motor cortex. Fractured right foot. I actually have something I was going to show everyone. For concentrated bone calcium. There, Icelandic red algae calcium. I found it. It's called organic red algae by natural bone and joint support. And it's only sold by, it seems like one supplier, leading edge company or something. But they have some good deals. It looks like a really good source of seaweed-based calcium, like algae cal. So let's work on the sensory cortex, motor cortex, severe aortic stenosis, so blood flow, nerve flow to the spine. There are actually on YouTube, there are exercises, they call it spinal flossing, where you move your head and your feet, and it kind of loosens up believe it or not, the nerves, and kind of flosses the spinal cord, as it says, or at least loosens them up a little bit. I'll definitely check out spinal flossing. But let's work on, for the stroke, the nerves of the arms. And the nerves for the waist. That's the command areas, sensory cortex, motor cortex. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So I'm on a mission to heal my bones, increase bone density. There are a couple of good products out there if you have no aversion to non-vegan products or aversion to garlic and onions. One is called Grow Bone by Garden of Life. The other one is Algae Cal 2-part process, which is also very good. They guarantee bone density increases if you follow their recommendations for 6 months. So let's work right for Rachel right at this moment. Lung health, gratitude, lung health and gratitude. And let's also work on the immune system and the oxygen system as well. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Part 1. And brain stem command points. The medulla, also for Catherine. But we're working it again. Tibial artery to spinal artery. T2, T3 for the bronchial areas and the lungs. T6 for the diaphragm for the lungs. And let's work on lung 1, lung 2. So the main nerve, phrenic nerve, lung 1, lung 2, and CB17, which is also really good for the laser if you're having breathing issues. The laser on CB17. And grounding to limit 3 and kidney 1. And let's go next. Thank you for joining, Rachel. Sit, relax. Continue to get energy from the process. So, Chi for Deb. TBI, traumatic brain injury, associated brain bleed, loose teeth and receding gums. Yeah, I gotta get that gum remedy. Always, oil pulling is a good default. Oil pulling with clay, also a good option as well. But I was impressed with a specific herbal formula. I was just about to order it. Unfortunately, at the moment, I probably have about 300 or 400 tabs open, and I will have to go through most of those. So for blood, for the brain, always 3 parts. Blood flow to the brain, carotid artery, vertebral artery, occipital artery. Vertebral artery, spinal artery, and C3, 4, and 5 for the teeth and gums. Sky window for confusion and memory loss from concussions. So again, more blood flow to the brain. Memory, GB13. GB13, right side for emotions, but here also GB13 left side for focus and memory. GB13 right on the hairline, upper corner. And let's also work on the hearing. GB7, 8, and 9. And for Kim, wretched left eye in a fall, lots of headaches, dizziness. So blood flow to the brain and GB20 on the base of the skull and GB17 BO9 for dizziness and nausea. Yawning chi going on here. For bone and bone density, if people are interested, let me know. I've actually done some research and come up with what I believe to be 4 excellent options other than the 2 that I mentioned before. There are some basics: boron, strontium, vanadium, of course calcium, vitamin D, and K2, MK7 type. And for Kelly, recovery from bilateral mastectomy, so T4, big time. Emotional whirlwind for sure, GB20. Balance those hormones. GB13 right side. Blood flow to the brain, so always work on drain the bladder. Bladder cancer. So for all cancers, I highly recommend what I have on my website. And you can always ask me questions. Is the 8 Remedy Esiac tea. It's the original Native American blend and reviewed and enhanced by Harvard and doctors. Tubal artery, spinal artery, so blood flow, nerve flow for the bladder. T7 for the blood flow, sacrum 1 to 4 for the bladder area. So let me know what you want to know about the bones. Those 2 products, GrowBone, a 2-part product, AlgaCal from Canada. Those 2 look excellent. They have a lot of good data. The guy from Garden of Life, I contacted him. I said, what's up your formula? How did you come up with it? And then he kept answering my questions. And after a while, he just got tired. He says, we researched the data and we made the formula to fulfill all the requirements to have the best results from the data, period. So vitamin D3, plant-based, vitamin K2, good source of calcium. This is what I found, Icelandic red algae calcium. Looks brilliant. And if you do decide to buy that calcium, this is what I did. I don't know if they'll always do it. I saw them advertised. I went to the chat. I asked them about it. They said, here's a $5 discount. I kept asking them about it. And they says, if you buy 3, you get 4. I said, yep, that's a good deal. And then I kept asking about it. I guess I was wearing them down. Because then they says, all right, if you buy 3, we give you the 4th, but then we'll give you a 5th. So I get 5 for the price of 3. So go to the chat. I think it's called Leading Edge Company. Looks like the best calcium. And remember, if you take calcium, you must also take vitamin K2. Otherwise, the calcium has 2 choices. One to go into the blood, the other one to go into the bones. K2 plants it into the bones. And exercise plants it into the bones as well. Resistance training. good trick for bone resistance training. What I do sometimes, I'm going to start doing again. I would put small 1 and 2 pound weights on my ankles when I walk to increase the resistance, or on my wrists. So I'm getting an extra workout. Okay, so the Elder Georgia Tribe, my favorite group. You're all my favorite group, don't worry. And let me know, did you get all your course materials, all your registrations? Let me know if you get all that. And let me know if you're going to, I think you're coming to the advanced, the Masterclass coming up in a couple of weeks too. And Dorothy Mansfield Marshall, we see you. And Catherine, we see you too. You're coming up next. Helen, Linda, Tess, Cindy, Bruce, Durham, Tim, Steve, and Brian. Concussion, memory loss, atherosclerosis. Let's do it. Blood flow to the brain. Command points to the brain. So the trick for bones: strontium, magnesium, calcium, vanadium, boron. Those are the trace elements that are super critical, and if any formula doesn't have those, they're not doing it right. There's a great herbal remedy called OsteoHerb, which has those minerals in herbal format. Brain stem command points. So concussion, blood flow, 3 blood flows: carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. Memory, GB13. There's a good product called, oh no, it's a memory product. I should take it. I forget the name. It's Brain On. Yeah, that's it. Atherosclerosis, T1 to T8. Middle ear granulomas, GB7, 8, 9 for the vestibular cochlear nerves and everything about the ears. Chronic fatigue, check your calcium, your copper levels, copper and iron levels. Essential tremors, mucuna pruriens. Let me know if that's helping at all. It's an Ayurvedic formula for essential tremors. Skin cancer, T4, Celiac T. So who is the bone coach, Catherine? Skin cancer. So for all cancers, let's work on this now. Oxygen protocol. Phrenic nerve, including skin cancer. Phrenic nerve, CV17. Number 1, number 2 for all the cancer people. T2, T3 for the lungs, and T7, T6 for the diaphragm. And additionally, torn meniscus. That's the knee. Let's do the ouch point of the knees. And stomach 36. liver 3, and kidney 1. Arthritic joints. Let's do a little bit more on inflammation and pain for everyone. Hypothyroid, C6, C7. Check your T3, T4, calcitonin, parathormone. TSH. So people are asking me to repeat that calcium source. I've done a lot of research, but I think this one is really good. It seems to only have one American distribution. It doesn't seem to have too much else. Icelandic. There you go. Icelandic red algae calcium. It says made in the USA, but if it's Icelandic, it's last time I checked, the USA does not control Iceland. And it is the company Leading Edge Health. Leading Edge Health. Looks excellent. I bought 3, got 5. Go for it. And enthusiastic newbie. Let's do some more lung stuff. Lung 1, lung 2. Lung 1, lung 2. Chinese medicine, lung 1, 2, and CV17. T1 to T8. Anti-inflammation, anti-infection. And you're next, Dorothy and Catherine. If I forget someone, just let me know and remind me. I'll be happy to do it. My goal is that everyone gets a session. Okay, Dorothy, macular degeneration, wet both eyes, blood flow to the brain. Went to the IMD today, both eyes doing good. He bumped the space between eye appointments another week. Isn't it funny that the better you feel, the less you see the doctors? That's a good thing. That makes a lot of sense. In traditional Chinese medicine, if you're doing well, you pay your doctor. If you're ill, you stop paying. And hello, Lennon. Awesome to see you. So C3 for the eyes. Blood flow, which is facial artery to the eyes. Ouch point to the eyes. TV17 for the veins, health for the eyes. Lots of carrot juice for you guys with the eye issues. I usually like organic cold press, but there's actually a brilliant carrot juice at Trader Joe's. It's organic, cold pressed, 100% carrot juice. It is delicious. Kevin Ellis is the bone coach. Not familiar with him, love to know what he would recommend. Another great recommendation for the bones, back muscle and joint It should say the word bones on there somewhere, but this is amazing. This is from my favorite company. It actually is clay-based, clay and herb-based, so it builds up from a good source. Silica also for the bones. Silica critical, and that's really good. A good source of that is clay therapies. So let's do some more ouch point for the eyes and cataracts. There's a book called The Cataract Cure. They use NAC, an amino acid, for the eyes. I'll have to look up Bone Coach for sure. Resistance training is key. The bones only do what you tell them. You do exercise, it gets a message, we need stronger bones. Rebounding is really good. And grounding to liver 3. Thank you for joining us, Dorothy. And Catherine, you have the medulla in the eyes as well. And then we're going to work for elected champion. And then Andrea Shaw, good to see you. His ad went by on IG. Yep, IG has a lot of ads running by. Some of them aren't so bad. A lot of them are just infomercials. So for edema, I would rub castor oil into the legs, warm castor oil. A good circulation herb is poke root. Good for the circulation as well. You can take that internally. So those are good for lymph drainage. The Spanish Inquisition is about to arrive. Hopefully that does not kick off our connection on Instagram. Looks like if I let it go through, nope, it's flashing. I'm so sorry, Eric. You probably can't hear me right now. So we'll do a complete protocol for the bones and bone marrow as well. That's a good idea. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's continue. Who's next? Andrea Shaw, inner ear surgery. We still got a couple of things for Catherine and Drew. So blood flow to the brain, eyes, ouch point for the eyes. Fluid retention, medulla, and veins. TV17, the medulla. edema also, Erica. We work on the lymph system. Let's do a lymph tune-up for Catherine and Erica. So first, on the neck, lymph and the tonsils. Axillary lymph of the armpits. Axillary lymph of the armpits, inguinal lymph of the groin, and the iris patches of the lower belly and the spleen, our largest lymph organ. And hello, Esther. Hoping to see you. Esther, you sent me an article on acupuncture points and oxygen. That is amazing. Thank you very much. And veins, vein health for Catherine, and fluid retention, of course, kidneys. You might consider poke root. Only one company I recommended, a company called Big Hawaii Farm, PHARM. They have organic, non-alcohol, brilliant tinctures. And let's work on inner ear surgery recovery. So blood flow to the ears, carotid artery, vertebral artery. Cranial nerves for the ears, GB789. And the ouch point for the ears. On both ears, we want to work on both ears. We want to work on the kidneys, which are also related to the ears. Thank you for joining, Andrea. And Erica, we have one more for you. We did the lymph, edema, and also the stomach. So let's work on CV4 for the stomach and the microbiome for the stomach. And grounding over 3 and kidney 1. Catherine, Andrea, all our Facebook friends, and Dorothy, Rachel. Awesome. So let me know, Georgia Tribe, if you get all your logins, all your details for the course. So you'll see the videos and the articles, even the Qigong exercise in the course. So let's detox Collected Champion and Leonard, Charlie Legend. Let's flow to the brain. And Esther, yep. Let's load to the brain command points. You're welcome, Andrea. Thank you for joining. Great to see you. So, detox. Best way to detox? Clay. Three things: clay, clay, and clay. Any binder really is good, but clay is really the best. For mold and chemical exposures, think of the inner terrain. You want it to be alkaline, so things like baking soda first thing in the morning, or baking soda hot wraps around the body, those types of things. Chemical exposures, definitely detox on the cellular level, which is clay, is your best. We have a colon cleanse detox program coming up. That two-part process we do to cleanse the colon, flood the body with oxygen, and then once it basically kind of cleaned out the pathways of digestion, absorption, elimination, then for additional detox, 14 days clay detox program to complete that process in a very healthy way. But let's use T1 to T8 and the detox protocol, which is T4 for the skin, T7 for the spleen, T9 for the liver, T11 and 12 for the microbiome. And Leonard, my friend, how are you? Leonard is just a cool, awesome person. Mucus, cardamom tea, or in a company called Jeans Greens. Jeans Greens, they have Phlemonade, Phlegmonade, really good for mucus. Sinus infections, also for sinus infections, ADH hormone, so GB1920, 2122. Sinus infections, believe it or not, you can even help that with breathing techniques. Breathing through your nose. A 4-8-8 breath because of nitric oxide, which is anti-infection, anti-inflammation element. So C3, C4 for the infections, out point for the infections as well. But let's work on the mucus. Sinuses, C3 and 4. Oh, mucus in the liver. Oh. Mucus in the liver, definitely clay baths, and castor oil packs. So T9 for the liver, L2 for the kidneys. And on Instagram, can you hear me? I don't believe so. Advanced Life Forms is your name, your handle. So let me know your thoughts about other things you do for the bones. Soup, the best calcium I've seen, the best silica formulation I've seen, the best balance, new chapter, bone strength. But try those two sources that I mentioned at the beginning. Grow Bone, which is based on science, and Algae Cal, which gives you a guarantee to grow bone within 6 months. They figured it out. And Esther, what's going on with your left arm? So blood flow to the brain. So we'll work with Esther and Drew. I hope you're there, Drew. And Jay and Mary Lucier, who is 97. Charlie Legend, did you sign up for the program? Have you already signed up? I think it's October 7th, November 3rd. So Esther, joint pain. Let's work on the brain wound connection. Anti-inflammation T1 to T8. I think you joined before, Leonard. Now that I think of it, is that right, Leonard? And the bladder. That's blood flow, nerve flow. So T7 for the blood flow to the bladder. S1 to S5 for the bladder. And this in the UK. And for Esther, brachial plexus. And J for the liver, the bladder, the colon. T9 for the liver, prostate L3, sacrum S1 to 5, rectum S5. Mary Lucier, 97.5. Left arm, left arm, left arm. Positional difficulty. Well, okay. Let's work on the bladder 41. Left arm down. And yes, I did the ADH hormone. I can do that a little bit again for you. We usually work with ADH. CB 1920, 2122. I think there's a video on ADH on my YouTube channel. And Tongren. Okay, coming up to the end here. Happy Thursday. So Richard for Alzheimer's, so blood flow, 3-part blood flow to the brain, carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. And anti-inflammation, Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes, T1 to T8. So for regenerating mid-shaft humerus bones, calcium and K2 and D3, those would be the key. Comfrey herb poultice every night or 3 times a day. There's one on Etsy, ETSY, a great natural poultice supplier, excellent company. 3 times a day, comfrey poultice, or at least rub comfrey into the area, and clay overnight poultices as well. I would do comfrey 3 times during the day, clay overnight. That's what I would recommend. But let's work on the bones. Bone health for happy mama, T1, bones, perfect blood, bone marrow, T1, cranial sacral fluid for the bones, the crystal palace to the tailbone, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Definitely want to rub castor oil into the muscles. Circulation, lots of massage. T1 to T8 for the bones. And let's work directly. Is that the left humerus or the right? I think it's the right last time you said. I'll work on both. The right humerus, bone. Radial nerve is impacted. So that's the lumbosacral, the brachial plexus. And for atrophy, you need nutrient-dense foods. Herbs, clay, superfoods, chlorella. And for vitamin D, I always recommend Global Healing Company, D3, plant-based. It's not toxic. You can take as much as you want. You don't need a lot. It's 1 to 5,000 units a day. But if you take vitamin D, you got to take K2 together for the bones. Or natto, natural source. And one more, we have Laxmi, autoimmune. So 3-part process for everyone. Command points in the brain. And you're asking about better breathing through the nose and sleep. Wear sleep tape. That'll solve that problem. T1 to T8. Brachial plexus to the elbows. Lumbosacral plexus to the knees, ankle, and toes. Elbows and toes. T6 for the breathing, CV17 for the breathing, healthy cholesterol, gallbladder, bile duct, and the liver, T9, T10. So the best way to balance sugar is to avoid processed sugars and eat lots of fiber. And for everyone, stress-free, calm mind. GB13, right side for everyone. So everybody continues with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up. And relax. And we'll do some Qigong. And Catherine, you're welcome. I forget how to say that in French. Bienvenue. Sort of. À bientôt. Omelette du fromage. Je vais aller à la piscine. Okay. Blessings to everyone. Be kind to one another. And I will play this healing, harmonizing tone. Thank you very much, Magnificent Champion. Gracias, merci. Thank you for joining me, Bonnie Caracciolo. And in Chinese, we say 谢谢. 多谢, or 谢谢. Thank you, Eric. Blessings to all of you. Relax, let the energy continue. Breathe through your nose. And then also always have something to drink to allow the detoxification process to complete. From the work that we've done, we move things around and we want to eliminate all those things. Out with the good, in with the good, out with the bad. Blessings and have a great day.